8:39, a big 550 KTRS. Cat Neville from Feast Magazine joins us. Good morning, Cat Neville.
Good morning.
You had to, the TSA got angry with you. You bring back all these awards from New York, is that right?
I was recently in New York, yes, for the Folio Top Women in Media Awards, and they named me one of the top women in media for 2015 in the entrepreneur category.
How about that?
It was very exciting.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, and also Mike Emerson from Pappy's also got the female award.
No, so actually it turned out that our paths crossed in New York. He is there for the Big Apple Barbecue, which is this annual massive block party that was founded by Danny Meyer, who obviously is a native of St. Louis, and he's behind Shake Shack. He opened 11 Madison Park, which he then sold. He also has, like all of these. He had Blue Smoke and Gramercy Park. So he created the Big Apple Barbecue, and Mike Emerson of Pappy's, and then also Mike Mills of 17th Street Barbecue will be among the people from around the country coming in for this humongous barbecue festival this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you'll be in town.
I need to go check out my. Well, I can get actually probably easier to get Pappy's in New York than we'll be here in St. Louis.
Quite possibly, yeah. So we had a great time. We went out and we ate at a new restaurant called Marta's in the Martha Washington Hotel, which is another Danny Meyer spot, and then we just hung out in the big city. It was very fun.
Well, now, did you carry your award all around, or did you leave it in the hotel room at least?
No, and I have to say, it was really amazing to be in the company of all the women who were, also being given awards that day. I mean, everybody from the content director for Hearst Publications to people that are working on a more local and regional level like myself. It was very exciting.
That's very nice to say, but who cares about all the other people? You're the winner. Boy, it's a big weekend in New York. Mike Isaacson won the Tony for Fun Home, and then Cat Neville won for, it's a pretty big weekend.
Women in media.
All right. All right, so you have just one restaurant for us
I do have just the one.
Certainly understandable.
And it is actually...
worthy of two. You should go there twice.
Yes, you should definitely go there twice. So, the highway bar that you could see kind of driving down 55 for years and years, like almost across the street from Anheuser-Busch, or near Anheuser-Busch on the same side.
Yeah.
It has been rehabbed and refurbished and reopened as Howard's in Soulard. And so Judith Howard is well known in Soulard. She's done a lot of rehab of buildings in that historic part of the city. And so she got her hands on this old highway bar space, which was built, I believe, in the 19th century. And it's been beautifully rehabbed. I was in there once a long, long time ago when it was still the highway bar. And what she's done is she has rehabbed it in a way that has kept the soul of the building, and she's reused a lot of the elements. Like, for example, there's like treads from the stairs are kind of behind the bar, and it's got three distinct areas that you can be in. One is you walk in, there's a very large bar area. Then there is kind of a dining room area, and they feature live music 5 days a week. Judith Howard also is a musician, and so she wanted to make sure to really focus on live music. And so it's a constantly rotating, group of people. And then there's a really nice patio in back with this beautiful fountain. It has these gorgeous hand-blown glass chandeliers. So it is still a Soulard, very casual, very welcoming spot, but beautifully done. And the folks from Lovey Dovey's, which is a well-known, so it recently closed, and they just moved right on over to Howard's.
How does a place called Lovey Dovey's close?
It's been open for a number of years. And so the signature Lovey Dovey's menu of great sandwiches and salads is now being featured at Howard's and Soulard, and they're known for like Reuben's and Cuban sandwiches and things like that. And so in the evening, they then have this bistro menu of kind of like fried appetizers and small slider style sandwiches. They have great beer selection and cocktails. And I have to say, get the gooey butter cake. It is wonderful. It is made fresh every day in-house, and I met the woman who makes it, and she was absolutely lovely. She came up to me and said hi when I was there, and she was like, "You've got to try my gooey butter cake." So I did, and
she forced you. She held you down. Yes.
But it was great. It was sweet, not too sweet. It was custardy and dense, and so it's a great spot. You should go.
I'm afraid to ask, what is gooey butter cake?
You don't know?
Is it just butter and sugar?
Kinda.
And flour?
I mean,
that kind of
very sugary.
It is very sugary. Sure. The traditional base, as far as I know, is even like a lot of people when they make it at home will use yellow cake mix, and they add in like cream cheese and butter and all these things. Everybody has their own take on it, but the signature, the way that I understand it, is that it does always have kind of like this more dense kind of cakey layer in the bottom and then a more custardy layer on top, and then you sprinkle it with like some powdered sugar. But like it isn't an iced cake. It's very thin and
right.
more
But
dense.
I mean, I've had it and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I've never had bad gooey butter cake.
Well, there you go.
Right. It just seems like it's like butter on top of sugar. It's like a butter sandwich with sugar in the middle.
Well, that's the name.
Yeah, gooey butter cake.
Gooey butter cake.
Signature St. Louis. So it just is a perfect thing to be highlighted at Howard's for
Howard's
sure.
in Soulard, right there on Lynch Street and 13th.
Yes,
13th
it
and
is
Lynch
at
Street.
2732 South 13th Street.
Right next to the brewery.
Yes.
And sort of like right behind the police station there.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
exactly.
Sort of right behind there. Yeah, so it's a great little neighborhood. All right, what's going on with Feast Magazine, FeastCom?
Well, we are proud to be sponsoring during the month of July next month Tomato Explosion with Operation Food Search. So just kind of like be aware that that's coming up. And then also we have our monthly Schnucks Cooks class on June 24th. So please join us for that. It's a night of cooking and eating and wine, and it's a hands-on cooking class with the great folks from Schnucks. And this month we're doing a Mediterranean menu, which is perfect.
Is
for
that
the
Schnucks
summer.
thing always over on the Manchester one? Manchester and
exactly, the
270?
De Pere
Right.
location.
Yeah.
That's
Nice
where their
location.
Schnucks cooking school is.
By the way, just in terms of full disclosure, talk about tomato explosions.
Yeah.
My tomatoes are coming in very good. I just want you to know.
What kind of tomatoes are you growing?
I got Romas and I got big boys, big regular
Big boys.
heirlooms kinds, right? The heirlooms, is that what they call them? Yeah.
And
So
you brought some in last year.
yeah.
were
But
great.
my Romas are coming in really good. I have some homemade basil
Nice.
and some Romas. I make a little.
I love how domestic you are.
See that? Yeah.
Oh.
See that? Yeah. I do what I can.
And you know what? Now that you have that new house and you've got a yard, now
Yeah.
you can garden. That's great.
Yeah. So I got a little garden. I got some strawberries. Came in really good. My
What'd
neighbors.
you do with them?
my neighbors ate them all.
What?
Yeah, I saw my neighbors like picking through my strawberry
Are you
patch.
serious?
Oh.
So
They're
it
like,
wasn't
oh,
the
like-
bunny rabbits or the squirrels. It was the
And
neighbors.
the neighbor was like, "What are you guys doing? Nothing. Nothing. Just walking in the alleyway." I was like, "Kid, move along." Just trying to eat all my strawberries. It's outrageous. All right. Feast Magazine, feastmagazine.com.
Yes.
You can subscribe and get it sent straight to your home.
Absolutely.
Or you can pick it up at newsstands everywhere.
Yes.
Kat Neville, congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
You're going to need a
you.
bigger office down
I know.
there. It's outrageous.
All these awards.
Actually, I
just
have a pretty
piling
big
up.
office, so it's nice. Everybody likes to come out and hang out in my office. I have like a couch and
All right. You want to get
And a huge shelf for all of your awards.
feastmagazine.com. Is it feastmagazine.com?
It is.
Yeah. Have a good week. Thanks.
thank you very much.
847 Big 550 KTRS.